Hi everyone, I'm Silvia Paramitha. So, looking back on this semester, I can honestly say that TFL has been one of the most meaningful courses I've taken. Well, at first, I thought teaching English was mostly about having good language skill. But throughout this class, I realized there is so much more behind becoming an effective EFL teacher. Well, this course helped me understand that teaching isn't only about what we know, but also about how we help students to learn. And that is exactly what I like to share in this reflection. Well, one of the biggest thing I learned in this semester is the importance of mastering the core material as an EFL teacher. First, we need to understand language component, especially phonetic and also phonology. Well, as future teachers, we are one of the main language model for our students. So, having accurate pronunciation is important because students often learn by listening and imitating us. Well, besides that, I also learned different teaching strategies such as literature based learning, cooperative learning, and also inquiry based learning. Well, this approach showed me that learning English doesn't have to rely only on textbook or memorization. Instead, students can learn throughout discussion, collaboration, problem solving, and also meaningful activities that makes learning more engaging. Well, another important topic was the implementation of 21st century skill, deep learning, and also differentiated instruction. Well, every student has a different abilities, interests, and also learning style, right? So, because of that, teacher need to be flexible and also create learning experience that help every student understand the lessons in their own way, not just only memorize the information. Well, out of everything we've learned in the semester, I think the most valuable experience was designing our group teaching scenario. Well, at first, it felt quite challenging because we had to combine many different concepts into one lesson plan. Well, we also needed to think about how to include 21st century skill, deep learning, group work, the, the direct method, and also differentiated instruction. All while making sure that lesson still interesting and suitable for student. Even though it wasn't easy, the experience really helped me see what lesson planning actually looks like in real teaching. It also made me realize that being a teacher isn't simply delivering material, it's also about making thoughtful decisions so students can learn effectively. Well, from that experience, I also developed an important skill is being able to adapt. I also learned that every class is different, so teacher need to be what is it flexible and adjust their teaching strategies based on their students' need. Well, overall, this course has really changed the way I see teaching. Now, I understand that being an EFL teacher is not only about teaching English, but also about creating a classroom where students feel engaged, supported, and motivated to learn. So, I also believe that everything I've learned in this semester will becoming a strong foundation for me as a future English teacher. So there is still a lot for me to learn, but this course has definitely made me feel more prepared and more confident for what ahead. Well, thank you so much for watching my reflection. I also want to thank my lecturer for all the knowledge and also the experiences throughout this semester. Well, see you and have a great day. Bye.